So a high yield savings account is different than you saving money in your piggy bank. To explain the difference between a Roth IRA and a high yield savings account, I want you to visualize yourself walking to school or work, right? So let's say every day for the past year, you've been walking to work. And as you've been walking to work, you've been praying to get to work or school a different way. You're tired of walking. You're like, I've been walking to work. I eventually end up at work or school, but I know I can get there faster. And so you look and you're like, okay, I know I can get there faster. I'm tired of walking. And so you go and get you a bicycle. And let's say when you're walking to work, your commute to work may take you an hour. Now that you have a bicycle, when you start riding your bike to work, your commute to work may take you 30 minutes, depending on how fast you're pedaling. And let's say you ride your bike to work for a year and you're like, okay, this is great, this is good, this is cool. I've been riding my bike, I've been getting to work, in a shorter period of time. I'm using my time more efficiently. That's what it's about. It's not about the shorter period of time. It's about using your time more efficiently by riding your bike. But then you say, but wait a minute, I've been riding this bike. I know there gotta be a better way. I'm looking at all these cars drive past me, and if it used to take me an hour to walk to work, and now it takes me 30 minutes to ride this bike, how can I now use my time more efficiently so that I can get to work in maybe 15 minutes? Well, maybe you get a car. Maybe you get on the bus. Maybe you carpool with somebody. So when we think about a high yield savings account and a Roth IRA, I always tell people that a high yield savings account is different than, and I'm careful with better, because again, I'm registered, y'all. I can't just be telling you what's better and what's worse, but I want to paint these pictures so that you can understand. So a high yield savings account is different than you saving money in your piggy bank. What do I mean by that? When you save physical money at home, in the piggy bank, under your mattress, and your dresser, what you're actually doing is losing money because your money is not working for you. So when you think about walking, yeah, you have money, you may be getting there, but you're not getting there as efficiently as you can. So when you say, hey, I've heard about a high yield savings account, nowadays, interest rates are being cut, so the high yield savings account rates are being reduced. But a high yield savings account typically will pay you more than your local checking account or bank account. It's definitely gonna pay you more than your mattress money, right? So if you got money in the mattress, or if you put money at your local branch where you open that up and you say, what's the interest rate that you're paying me for having my money? And it says 0.001%. And you say, okay, that's like walking, right? I don't want to walk no more. I've been walking for a year. I'm tired. Tom and Jerry are hurting. Now I want to go a little faster. So you say, hey, I want to open a high yield savings account. That high yield savings account, they may pay you 3%, 4%, 5%. Don't quote me. Things happen fast. Interest rates change fast. But they're paying you more than that local bank account. They're paying you more than the money under your mattress, right? When you then think about a Roth IRA, now we're moving from saving to investing, which is a video for another day. So when you put money into a Roth IRA is an individual retirement account. That's what the IRA stands for. And the Roth component says the money that you put into this individual retirement account, since you're putting it in with after-tax dollars, if you leave it in for 5 years and you meet a qualifying event, which could be you're 59 and a half or older, you have a disability, you die, then you can withdraw the money tax-free. Let me explain that to you. Let me break this down. So a Roth IRA says, listen, I ain't walking. I'm not even on a bicycle. I'm not even in the car. I'm on a motorcycle, right? Now, while you're on this motorcycle, you gotta hold on. You can't be on a motorcycle without a helmet on. You can't be on a motorcycle doing all this bopping and moving like you could be doing if you were in the car. You can't do that. So with the Roth IRA, there are some stipulations that come with it. However, if you follow the stipulations, your money could grow at a faster rate than a high yield savings account. Why is that, Hyacinth? Because a Roth IRA is an investment suitcase. It's a suitcase in which you can put different types of investments inside. You can put different pieces of clothing in it. So if you have a Roth IRA suitcase, this suitcase says, hey, you can invest in it with after-tax dollars, which is the same thing you're doing with your savings account. In your savings account, you're putting money that has already been taxed. So that we call that after-tax dollars. The Roth IRA says you can put after-tax money in here. You got to meet some requirements, 5 years and 59 and a half or some other stuff. But once you meet those requirements, the money that you put in this suitcase, depending on what you invested in, could be stocks, mutual funds, ETFs, whatever you put in this suitcase. And because it's an IRA, the mindset is it's a long-term investment. When you look up 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the line, the money that you put in here based on the investments could have, because I'm registered, could have grown and grown and grown and grown. And guess what? When you get ready to take money out, you don't have to pay taxes as long as you meet one of the stipulations. Why is this important? Because when you're investing in a suitcase that does not have that Roth component to it, you get to put money in there that has not been taxed yet. It's called tax-deferred. This is why when you sign up for a new company and they say, hey, do you want to invest in our retirement program? It's a 401k, a 403b, this is the number C, whatever Internal Revenue Code ruling is, that's what they say, right? You want to invest in that? You say, yeah. And they say, you don't have to pay taxes on it right now. You say, cool. You're deferring the taxes. So the clothes that you're putting in that suitcase are going in there. They have not been taxed yet. 10 years, 20 years, 30 years down the line, the clothes in that suitcase have been marinating. Let's not even call it a suitcase. Let's call this a crock pot, baby. 10 years, 20 years, 30 years down the line, the flavors in this crock pot have marinated so well. The meat is falling off the bone so juicy and tender that you go in there, you lift the lid and all the steam comes out and you're like, oh, I'm gonna eat good. It's gonna be so good. Nom, 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 nom. And before you stick your fork in there, Uncle Sam said, get your hand out my pot, right? When you go to take food out of that crock pot, it's gonna be a little for you and a little for Uncle Sam. It's gonna be some for your retirement and some for taxes, because you put that money in there tax deferred. Uncle Sam didn't get theirs yet. So I know we started with the high yield savings account versus a Roth IRA, and now we're talking about crock pots and Uncle Sam, but they all go together. So if I had to break this down in 60 or 90 seconds, I would say this. A high yield savings account is a place for you to save your money and earn more than what your local bank is paying you. A Roth IRA is an investment account, and it's a place for you to put in after-tax money. Uncle Sam already ate. Allow it to grow, allow that crock pot to simmer, 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 simmer. And you take that pot off at retirement age and the steam hits you and the aroma hits you, you get to eat all you want without Uncle Sam saying, where mine? Where my piece? Where my piece? Uncle Sam don't get to say that in a Roth IRA as long as you meet the stipulations, right? So a high yield savings account, it's okay, it's better than walking. Like, it's better than you keeping your money under your mattress because you earn a little something. But is it the same as a Roth IRA? No. Now when you say which one, is it an either or? Remember I told y'all I'm an and girl. You can absolutely have both. Now you get to determine based on your personal preferences, your personal goals, your risk tolerance, your objectives. You get to determine how much money you're going to put in your high yield savings account and how much money you're going to put in your Roth IRA. When you put money in that Roth IRA, remember that thing gonna simmer. It's gonna simmer, simmer, simmer. And when you look up, it's all yours. Now, when you think about the average person who's watching this video, only invest in their company-sponsored retirement program. That means you only put meat in the crock pot that Uncle Sam is gonna have to eat off of too. Now, think about that. If the average person only or primarily puts their money or their meat in the crock pot that they're gonna have to share in their glory years, Where does that leave you? Does that put you in a space where you have to start thinking, do I want this and that? Or do I only want this? Just giving you food for thought. I'm Hyacinth Henderson. Until next time, peace. Hey, Hyacinth Henderson here, just popping in to remind you that any information shared is information and education and not personal investing advice. Personal investing advice should be specific to you, and therefore you should seek proper financial counsel for personal financial advice. Thank you.